Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going. The guides and spirit team, talk to me about Pisces. What do you got for us here? What energies, messages, insights can we share with the collective? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, and we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces in late August. Let's get it going. What do we got for my good friends, please? What do you got for the collective? There we go. Very dreamy. Could be some sort of connection to the past. Now, I always say this dreamy energy does connect with the prototypical water sign vibe that we're all used to, right, my friends? But there is some sort of link to the past here that we're going to have to explore. So whether it's like re-emerging, it could be someone taking walks down memory lane. We'll talk about that a little further in depth. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So we see this lovely lady in the blue dress. She has her eyes closed. She's holding a locket. There's a baby doll. There's also some notes or letters that are being written up top. So whenever I see this, it really invokes a feeling similar to the Six of Cups, where it's someone that's just thinking about memories, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. There is some sort of link to the past. Now, whenever the past comes up within a weekly reading, it means a few different things. Either one, like you're just caught there mentally, or somebody is, or, I mean, there could be a cycle that's going to swing back around, and we'll just see how that all plays out. Now, interestingly, the fact that there is communication linked to this, I was seeing that for Pisces last week because the reading was about communication, and we'll address that a little further within this reading. So I wouldn't be surprised whether it's thinking about things from the past or things re-emerging. It could be one or the other, or even both. So we're just going to put her down there right now. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card there, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the Piscean collective, please. And while we get this all shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So I already mentioned it was surrounding communication, and the reading was titled A Serious Talk. So for a lot of you, if that hasn't happened, whether it was a talk that you felt like needed to be had or somebody else, to me it felt like it was either about a serious topic or one that just needed to happen. If that didn't happen, that energy could still bleed over for a couple of weeks, especially with her showing up as well. So let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe, we could be seeing someone else's vibe. You know how it goes with tarot. So let's get 3 cards here for my Pisces people. What is going on in late August, please? First card, thank you. Star card. And you know what I'll say about this, Pisces? I've been getting the star quite a bit, specifically for earth signs and water signs. So I'm really liking that we're leading off your reading with this, because that is a very, very positive energy to start with. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there by the amethyst. The star could chill out. Let's get a couple more. What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Whoa. Okay. So the Empress. So we are leading off this reading, Pisces, with 2 of the best cards in the whole entire deck. Now, I always say that all cards have positives and negatives, and that's true. But, I mean, we're starting with the Star and the Empress. Let's see. Let's get one more out, because I'm getting pretty excited by this already. And Lady Justice. So we have some powerful karmic energy, all major arcana, very powerful stuff. So let's get her tucked in right over there. And yeah, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I'm getting pretty hyped up here, Pisces, because as I'm sure a lot of you already know, I'm part of Pisces Collective myself, Ascendant. But these energies are really, really good because they're all powerful major arcana. Right, like with this Aquarian, there's also air links here. So It's abundant, it's tapped into source, it's universal. So they're all extremely powerful, and they could be big threads that are going to start weaving themselves through your life right now. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, because there's some links between all three. Position number one, we are starting off with the star. So that's Aquarius energy. So I'm not sure if you have some Aquarius placements yourself. Maybe you're connected to one. And I always say that this is a card of wish fulfillment. When you wish upon a star, something that you really want to attain or something you really want to happen is represented with this card. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, aside from the wish fulfillment, to me, this is a card of the long term. It's not just short term. It's not today. It's not tomorrow. It's not this week or even next week. The star could be like months, years, like things that are, long term goals, big picture thinking. That's what we think of when it comes to the star. And it's very hopeful. It's extremely optimistic. So if you're going through a rough time right now, Spirit could be trying to tell you, like, hey, Pisces, you don't even know what you got coming. Like, the future's so bright, you got to wear shades. That's kind of what this card tells me. Now, when we get into the challenge of the star, all those energies can flip for a small portion of Pisces out there, or maybe someone you're connected to could be feeling a little down in the dumps. Someone could be being pessimistic and saying, you know what, there's nothing for me to really work for. I feel like it's important for a lot of the Pisces right now to define or find a goal or purpose when this card is here, because sometimes the star can represent somebody that doesn't really have a mission, if that makes sense. But if we're just looking at the general simplistic energy of the star, very, very positive, and it's exciting to start a reading off with. Now, moving to the center, we're not slowing down. It's like we're picking up steam, because I would gamble to say that the Empress is probably even more positive than the star. We have the beautiful goddess right here, Venus energy. So she does connect to Taurus energy. She connects to Libra. This is the prototypical mother figure. So she can involve situations involving motherhood, mother figures, fertility. This is a huge card of abundance, of blessings. Your cup runneth over when the Empress is here. Notice on her dress, there's pomegranates. That's exuberance. That's just that cup runneth over energy. So this is lovely. So when I see this, I think of blessings. I think of great things, big things coming down the pipeline, very claimable so far. Now, when we get to the challenge of the Empress, she could be a little stubborn, right? She does have that little earthy groundedness to her. So there might be certain situations that you've been dealing with for quite a while, or something that's not quite moving to your liking. But this is slow and steady success. That's the one thing I'll say about both of these, the Star and the Empress, is that it's like, all right, you need to look at the big picture here. You're building something great for the future. So I really like this. Sometimes the Empress could be a little smothered, right? So some of you, maybe you're feeling a little smothered by something, or even someone. I mean, it all really depends. But we're just going to place her there for now. We'll talk about it more when we clarify. On to the back end, we have the beautiful Lady Justice, completely tapped into that universe energy. She is connected to the zodiac sign of Libra. So the second time we're seeing some Libra energy. Third time we're seeing air. And usually with a lot of heavy air element that's of the mind, but also communication, like the reading we saw last week. So we're seeing a lot of these interwoven threads. Now, Lady Justice is about balance and fairness. It's about equality. And in its positive sense, it could be things coming into a state of balance. For some of you, it might be a decision or a choice. I always link her to legal situations as well, whether big or small. If you're signing contracts or going through anything legal, be very careful when Lady Justice is here. But aside from that, it's the karmic scales coming into a state of balance, or karma in general. Out of the whole deck, she is the biggest card of karma. So we'll see whether this is a karmic cycle, a karmic change. We just need to see how it all plays out. But as you can see from those explanations, when we see how all these cards link together and flow, I'm pretty pumped. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my beautiful Pisceans. See what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that star. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, star time. Why is it here? Thank you. Ace of Wands. Wow. All right, so for a lot of you, there could be something new coming into your life, or a new cycle that you were just starting or will be in the very near future that has big, long-lasting repercussions, but in a positive way. The Ace of Wands is like fiery, it's intense, it's something that builds passion within you. So this message could go in a few different ways. I always say all aces are opportunities and offers. So I'm just going to say it again. There could be like a massive offer or opportunity coming down the pipeline for a lot of Pisces, whether it's relationship-wise or even monetary. I really like this. But it is something that instills a sense of passion within you. This isn't fly-by-night type of energy where it burns out real quick. It's not passion in the sense where it's like, oh, real super hot and heavy for a short time and then burns out. To me, there is something that has the possibility to really go for the long run, or the long or very long time. So Ace of Wands, as I already mentioned, is extremely fiery, and in its challenge, it can burn out quickly, but it's in the upright. So again, Pisces, I feel like for a lot of you, there could be something new coming in, or something new that you're experiencing that has the potential for like a huge cycle and a lot of potential in the long run. I like it, all right? Because remember, aces are new. This is a card of the long term, so we're looking at a whole journey here. Even though it's only 2 cards, we're looking at a huge journey that's presenting itself at this time. So keep your eyes open, because I feel like there's this beautiful energy of possibility. Let's keep going. Now, if you are going through life right now and things are a little quiet and you don't have many goals or aspirations or missions to work towards, this could be a guidance from spirit for you, saying like, listen, you got to go with your passions, go with what lights a fire within you. And if you haven't found that yet, that could be coming in soon. Let's move over to the Empress. See what the Empress has to say, because I'm really liking what we're picking up here. So why is the Empress here? What's the Empress? Thank you. 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is a huge energy of like a weight coming off your shoulders, big stress relief. This is nice. It's also very comforting. So whether this is someone that's comforted by you, or this is someone that is going to be doing some comforting for you, I feel like there's a huge weight coming off of someone's shoulders here, which is really, really nice. So just know if there's been things you've been battling against, or things that have been stressing you out for quite a while, when I see this loving, caring energy connected to the 9 of Swords in reverse, to me, it's like, okay, I could breathe now. It's like giving me one of those vibes. So let's talk about it. In the upright, I mean, it showed up in reverse, but in the upright, the 9 of Swords is stressed. It's anxious. It's on edge. It's losing sleep. It's not really the nicest energy. So when we see it in reverse, it's like, all right, things are getting better. Things are improving. So I'm already seeing, aside from like this massive offer opportunity coming in, things improving and getting better. This could be a huge win right here. And I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it. I've been feeling it since the beginning, because remember, this Empress represents blessings and abundance. So with this stress relief coming in, I feel like for a lot of Pisces, claim these energies, my friends, especially if there is something that's been trying your patience or something you've been on edge about, because I just get an energy of relief. Like, I finally feel better. We're like, oh, okay, that's a weight off my shoulders. So I really do like this. We're just going to keep moving. Again, I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate this. So I'm liking it. I'm claiming it. Let's see what's up with Lady Justice. And we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is Lady Justice here for Pisces? And if you're cross-watching for Pisces, if you're not a Pisces yourself, this could bode very well for communication, especially with that ace, because that's talking. Okay, and you need to talk in big picture themes, if that makes sense. So why is Lady Justice here? Okay. I mean, it's been across the board, this whole entire reading, putting your faith in the universe, putting your faith in possible higher powers. I don't know why that message is coming through, but that could be important for a lot of Pisceans. Listen, I know not every Pisces in the world is the most spiritual individual. It's something that we flock towards naturally most of the time. But there is something here about spirit kind of directing you and telling you to keep some form of spirituality, whatever really speaks to you the most, involved in your everyday life. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do, where to go, what to choose, what religion or what practices to throw your energy into, but you should. That's a very clear, intuitive message that's coming through. It's like, okay, it's only going to help. It's only going to help propel you forward. So let's talk about it. Yeah, there's just huge energy of karmic blessings here. There really are, because with the star, that's kind of universal. The Empress, that's the goddess. Now we have Lady Justice, karmic once again. With the Queen of Wands, more of this fiery energy in the undertone of the whole entire reading. So I will say this. It's all fire and air for the most part in this reading, which is very much explosive. And it comes in hot. It comes in quick with a lot of fire and passion. So when I see the Queen of Wands, if it's not a fire sign you're connected to, so Aries, Leo, Sag, when I see her, I think of confidence. I think of somebody moving towards the future with a sense of confidence and pep in their step. So this is like absolutely fantastic. So for a lot of Pisces, listen, I'm not saying there's going to be life-changing blessings that are coming any day now. For some of you, it could definitely be the case with what we're picking up here. But for some of you, this could just be something that alters your course, and it's for the better. Okay, so just know there could be certain blessings that come in, and they could be smaller. And they might not seem super significant, but they're going to alter your trajectory moving forward, and you're going to be feeling good. Okay, if you've been feeling down, if you've been feeling a little rough lately, this is like huge energetic improvement across the board. So I'll say this, Pisces, I think you probably have the best reading of the whole zodiac this week. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. And it's nice because for weeks now, there's been like some mixed bag readings with Pisces. I feel like it's nice that we're getting back to this. But if you look in the box, position number 1, we have the star card with the Ace of Wands. So like beginning, long-term, short-term, long-term, there's like a whole journey compacted into these 2 cards. For a lot of Pisces out there, there might be a massive offer or opportunity coming in for you, whether that comes in the form of a conversation or just someone placing something out there like, hey, it's here if you want it. Moving to the center, we have the Empress with the 9 of Swords in reverse. So the energy of blessings really starting to kick in. This could be something that really relieves you. It's like a weight off the shoulders, much improved. There's a soothing energy to this as well. So whether you're soothing someone else, helping someone else, or vice versa, very good. On to the back end, we have Lady Justice with the Queen of Wands in the upright. Beautiful, confident, forward movement type of energy. And I feel for the most part, we are looking at the big picture thinking here. Karmic blessings all over the place. There's wins all over the place. I feel like this is a very claimable energy, that energetically you're going to be improved. Also, that very important message about continuing or injecting some sort of spirituality, whatever it is, however small or serious you want it to be, could be very good for you moving forward. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's see what's in the shadows here, Pisces. Let's get a good shuffle for my Piscean people. What do we got going on here, my gods? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out here. What's going on for my Pisceans? Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. So 2 of Pentacles in the shadows is a nice, harmonious, balanced type of energy. It has a lot of the similar themes that we pick up with Lady Justice. So it has that karmic, universal, infinity symbol within it. Now, I will say this. When the 2 of Pentacles shows up in the shadows, for some Pisces, you might have too much on your plate in this time. You might be dealing with a lot of things, or a lot of intense energies could be affecting you when the 2 of Pentacles is in the shadows, because it's off kilter, it's off balance. But if you remember from the main part of the reading itself, a lot of what this talks about is things coming into that state of balance. So I'm really liking this card here. So yeah, that's the one thing I will say. If you have a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind, this 2 of Pentacles is telling us like, yeah, you're doing it. You're doing what you have to do, even if it's not pleasant. But this energy is coming into a state of balance, and the universe is with you. That's what it is. That universal energy is with you. So Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. And for the July subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's fire and air readings. But for the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale, one of my favorite decks ever. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could time travel, would you rather go into the past to meet your ancestors, or would you rather go into the future to meet your descendants? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.